Hello, 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 my citizens of Avina Vlogs, of myself, author Anthony Avina, and the Writers Corner podcast. As I said, my name is Anthony Avina. I am your host of the Writers Corner podcast. We are on episode 36, and with episode 36 comes our topic of the week: the top 5 YouTube channels to inspire writers. We'll get into that in a little bit, but first let's go through our usual routine, shall we? First, let's start with some pop culture news. Disney recently announced the start of production on Star Wars Episode 8, the very highly anticipated sequel to this past year's very popular, very mega successful Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens. The cast of the first film is returning, and actors Benicio del Toro, Laura Dern, and newcomer Kelly Marie Tran have been added to the cast. No word has been revealed or said yet on the roles that these fine actors are being given, but it is highly anticipated and hinted at that Benicio del Toro's character is going to be a powerful dark side one. So, look for more information as that comes out. Next, Netflix's Daredevil released the first of 2 Season 2 trailers. The first trailer showcased the deadly Frank Castle, otherwise known as the Punisher, and the conflict to come between him and Daredevil himself, and the toll this conflict will take on Matt in both his personal life and the life of his crime-fighting Daredevil persona. We also were given a brief sneak peek at Elektra's introduction to the show as well. Next, Deadpool broke major records this weekend, with the first President's Day weekend box office to gross over 150 million domestically and over 260 million worldwide. It's definitely the biggest box office opening of any movie during President's Day weekend. And finally, in our pop culture news, Ubisoft has confirmed there will be no new Assassin's Creed game in 2016, marking the first year in several years that the series has not added a new entry. Fans are going to have to eagerly await the next game in 2017, along with Watch Dogs 2, which has been announced for 2017. But don't fret, because Assassin's Creed, the film, is coming out this year, starring Michael Fassbender. So tune in for that. Now on to our Lexington and 5th Week 7 update. This is where I update you guys on the progress of this year's big Wattpad project, Lexington and 5th. Week 7, this is Chapter 7. The title of this chapter is called The Call. The song of the week is actually The Call by BSB, otherwise known as Backstreet Boys. I felt the title of the song went with it, and the intensity of the song kind of mirrors how this chapter will end. The Call, Chapter 7, introduces our main character, our protagonist, Ella. This is going to pick up 8 years after the incident of the first 5 chapters, and it's going to be set in present day. It's going to showcase who she is now, what she's been up to in those 8 years, what kind of person she's become, who her friends and close people are to her, and then it's going to show this important call that she gets that's going to change her life for a while. Lexington and 5th, Week 7 is going to be a big week. It's going to introduce us to the story's, hero. She is the star of the story, so this is it, guys. Week 7, The Call. It's the call that changed her destiny. Alright, now we're going to move on to our review of the week. I got a review of Black Widow Forever Red by Margaret Stoll. And I'm going to read to you some snippets from my written review. And if you want to check out the full written review, you can go to my blog, authorAnthonyAvina.tumblr.com. Here we go. The Marvel Universe has expanded into the young adult book genre with Margaret Stoll's Black Widow Forever Red. The story does a masterful job of delving into the mysterious history of everyone's favorite assassin turned S.H.I.E.L.D. agent, Natasha Romanoff. After a mission to stop the man who broke, trained, and turned her into a weapon ends with a young girl saved and the man supposedly killed. Excuse me. Excuse me. Natasha finds herself inexplicably connected to the young girl she rescued. However, because she was trained to be an agent and not an open person who makes personal relationships, Black Widow disappears from young Ava Orlova's life, leaving her in S.H.I.E.L.D. custody. Years later, Ava is trying to fit in as a normal teenager in Brooklyn, but her experiences and connections to her past has left her unable to let people past her own barriers. Soon, however, life gets complicated for Ava. Children across Eastern Europe have gone missing, and when Red Room Technology is rumored to be involved in the abductions, Black Widow fears her old teacher and tormentor may have survived their last encounter, and Ava may be the only one who can stop him. Re-emerging into the teen's life, Black Widow and Ava must unravel the mystery in their pasts that remain in the dark from even themselves, and will end up discovering a bigger mystery involving the dark-eyed teenage boy who walks through Ava's dreams, sporting an hourglass tattoo. There is a great mystery in this book, and it's one of the most thrilling political young adult novels I've ever read. Blending the thriller, Cold War era political mystery, and young adult romance genres is brilliant. And getting to delve into the backstory of Natasha Romanoff is really addicting to read, and gives her a much needed spotlight that has been missing for a long time. Fans of the Marvel Universe are going to love the surprise characters involved in this story, and the intimate look at a brand new character like Ava Orlova. It's filled with action, romance, and a fast-paced plot that will immediately leave you craving more by the end of the last page. Thankfully, a sequel is in the works, so Black Widow Forever Red is definitely a strong entry in the first of the Margaret Stohl Black Widow series. Marvel has done an excellent job, and can't wait to read more of their young adult novels. So make sure you pick up your copy of Black Widow Forever Red today. There you go, guys. That was my review. Hope you enjoyed it. Now on to today's main topic. As an author, I have also taken up a passion of mine, and that is YouTube. I've daily vlog. I do this weekly podcast. I do random Friday videos. I do reviews. I do a lot of stuff here on the YouTube channel. And I've really become passionate about YouTube, the community it has, the friends I've made through it. YouTube has definitely been an inspiration to me as a person and as an author. And there are a few channels that really stuck out in my mind as being something that myself as a writer really responded to, and I thought I'd share them with you. So I'm going to give you the top 5 YouTube channels that I think inspire writers, or at least they should. I'm going to give you a couple channels that really reflect the readership and the people that you may be hoping to reach out to. I'm going to give you a channel that represents the publishing side of being a writer. And then I'm going to delve into 2 channels that really inspire me creatively. And I hope they will for you too. So here we go. The first channel I want to talk about is A Book Utopia, run by a young woman named Sasha. This channel is great for really looking at what kind of reader you're hoping to reach. Dealing mostly with young adult genre novels, it's always refreshing to see, kind of put a face to the people who are reading your books. Now, even though not all of us write young adult novels, it's great to see the passion and what gets our readers excited. You know what I'm saying? It's really great to see the reactions that people will have to your book, and that's why I really love A Book Utopia's channel. She gives great reviews, in-depth looks, she does unboxing videos. She really showcases a massive passion for reading that I think we all hope our readers have. and it really inspires me when I'm writing, and I keep picturing someone like a book utopia, picking up my book, reading it, and giving it a read. So, because of her passion, because of her love for books, she's really become an inspiration when I'm writing. So, the first channel, A Book Utopia. Check it out. The next book is another reader. Her name is Poland Bananas Books, and I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing the channel right. Very popular YouTuber. She is another reader. She does book reviews. She does author interviews, blog posts. She does it all, and it's very inspiring. Like I said, for a book utopia, to see someone like her going out of their way to showcase the passion they have for reading. The big reason I picked these two channels is because, like I said before, I want to put in a face to the names, and that's just a figure of speech, meaning I want to get to know I want to know a picture in my head, the faces, or the look on people's faces when they're picking up my book and reading. And, while I have an active imagination, getting to see the light in these two young women's eyes when they're talking so passionately about books kind of inspires me when I'm writing. I keep picturing not just their faces, but the passion that they speak with. And I keep imagining, what they would say about my book. And it pushes me to keep going. So that's why I picked Poland Bananas Books. Go check her out. Now we're going to get into a channel that deals more with the publishing side. Simon & Schuster Books. Simon & Schuster is a very popular publishing company, and they have their own YouTube channel. And it's great to see kind of what goes into the publishing side of things, what goes into the marketing of a book. This channel really captures what they do for their authors. And as a indie author who hopes to make it big one day, it's kind of inspiring me to push myself harder, to make the best quality book I can, and to get a book published. Because in my mind, I picture my publisher doing something with my book on their YouTube channel, marketing-wise, showcasing my talents for the world to see. And video is such a big, popular marketing tool in today's world that authors trying to sell themselves and their work and trying to make a living need YouTube channels like Simon & Schuster Books. It's something that is needed and worth having. So, Simon & Schuster, their YouTube channel. Subscribe if you haven't yet. Now, I'm going to talk about these last two YouTube channels, and these are the most inspiring to me because they deal with creativity. The videos that they produce are so high quality, so artistic and creative, strong script producing. They're amazing, and they've been a huge inspiration when I'm like hit a creative rut and I'm trying to feel out like how my story should go. I turn to these channels. I see what they do with their stories. I see just how stunning their videos look, and it inspires me to keep going. So the first one I'm going to talk about is Sawyer Hartman. Sawyer Hartman is a aspiring director. He has produced several short films on his YouTube channel. He has also produced a very popular film that was released in 6 parts this year called The Parallax Theory, which just looks beautifully directed. And while his genres might not always line up with mine, I love reading and watching all forms and genres of creativity and entertainment. Sawyer Hartman just produces some of the highest level quality videos that I see on YouTube nowadays. I love YouTube. I love all the YouTubers that I watch, but channels like Sawyer Hartman's are like one of a kind in production value. And what really always sells me on, entertainment, like shows, films, video games, and videos like Sawyer Hartman's, is the script and the power that goes into the script. Because that's writing. That's what I love. I think writing is the cornerstone for many projects in the entertainment industry, from songs and music to a film script to television script. All of these things are key components when talking about writing. And Sawyer Hartman's writing and his team's writing is just phenomenal. It sells the emotional scenes, it sells the action. That's what writing is all about. It's passion, and that's what Sawyer Hartman's channel does. So, number 4, Sawyer Hartman. Go subscribe to him if you haven't yet. Brilliant filmmaker and writer. Finally, we are going to talk about the final YouTube channel that inspires me as a writer and that I hope will inspire you. BlackBoxTV. Tony is the name of the man who runs the channel. He is one of the most hardworking, brilliant filmmakers I've seen on YouTube in many, many years. Just phenomenal writing. Like I said, his channel is BlackBoxTV. He produces short films like Sawyer Hartman does, and delves into a genre that I'm passionate about, which is horror and science fiction. He is very creative. He created a series last year called Fight of the Living Dead, which was a contest-based reality show dealing with YouTubers put in life or death situations with a zombie outbreak in a prison. And it was just beautifully scripted, the creative side of it. He also has produced several thrillers and science fiction and horror short films called BlackBoxTV Presents, and then their subsequent title. Kind of like an anthology series. And what's really interesting about it is the films themselves play out like you're reading a story, like you're reading a short film or a short story or a novella. And then when they're put together, it's like you're reading a whole novel. But you get to see it visually, which is really incredible. The amount of passion that goes into his projects, just everything is just amazing. And the amount of work he puts into the productions of his films is only highlighted by the immense strength of his script and the writing that goes into it. Without the writing, the story wouldn't be what it is. And it's such a thrilling channel to watch and to see. It's kind of like it reminds me of the Twilight Zone almost, like shorts like that, but like a little more visceral. Very fun to watch, and I highly recommend it. If you're someone like me who's interested in those genres and wants to be a stronger writer, this channel is a great source of inspiration to me. So, there you have it. Those are my top 5 YouTube channels to inspire writers. Final channel, number 5, BlackBoxTV. I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast episode. These are my top 5 YouTube channels that inspire me as a writer, and I hope will inspire you. In the comments below, tell me what YouTubers have inspired you as a writer. And let me know, so maybe it's someone I haven't heard of before, and I can check out their work. Like I said, there are many YouTubers that inspire me. But these are just the top 5 that inspire me creatively and work ethic-wise as an author. Check out all the links down below in the description box. I will have a list of the channel names down below as well. If I can, I'll put their channel links down there, but their names will definitely be in the description of both the YouTube video and of the audio podcast. Check out all those links. Give this video a big thumbs up on YouTube, please. Like this video, comment on it, favorite it, and share it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Every subscription counts, and your support just means the world to me. And click that eye in the sky for today's recommended videos. Thank you guys so much for watching on YouTube. And if you're listening to this on SoundCloud or iTunes, please subscribe to the podcast if you haven't, and leave your reviews in the review section, because your thoughts, your opinions, your support of this podcast will just help improve us tremendously. And we are dedicated to bringing the highest quality podcasts we can. 36 episodes in, you guys have been amazing supporting us, and we want to continue that. So, yeah, please subscribe to the podcast on either SoundCloud or iTunes, and leave a review letting us know what you think. And that's going to do it for us here. Check out all our links, like I said, and we will talk to you next week for episode 37 of the Writer's Corner podcast. This is your host, author Anthony Avina, signing out. Long days and pleasant nights, my friends.